Hey everybody, Brianna here with my condo source, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Toronto's East End and why you should be investing here. So let's get started. When I'm talking about the East End, I'm talking about the areas that are between Yonge and Bloor, the DVP, and Lake Ontario. And neighborhoods in here include the East Bayfront, the Yonge Church Corridor, Moss Park, Regent Park, Cabbagetown, and St. Jamestown. The most popular areas are Dundas Square, Distillery District, Corktown Commons, St. Lawrence Market, Cherry Beaches, and this is just to name a few. For starters, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Regent Park, Moss Park, St. Jamestown, and Cabbagetown. They're not really known to be Toronto's most popular neighborhoods, but I beg to differ because people do know of those neighborhoods, right? Remember, the East End of Toronto is one of the oldest areas in Toronto to date, which means this area has seen quite a few changes for decades and centuries long before war times. All while Toronto was growing out in the West End and Midtown, somewhere in the 1940s, a vast majority of low income housing was built here in Toronto's East End, but that all stopped in the 70s. Cabbagetown is actually a beautiful neighborhood, known for having the largest continuous area of preserved Victorian houses in all of North America. All of that which cannot be touched, taken down, or rebuilt. A lot of the resale listings you see in the area, or should I say the lack of listings you see, when they do become available, are actually Victorian homes. When I say lack of listings, I literally mean the past 6 months, only 68 homes sold in the entire Toronto East End. It wasn't always like this. Originally, Cabbagetown was inhabited by Irish immigrants, and many white collars lived and continue to live in the area. Why? Proximity to downtown core, financial district, post-secondary education, and Hospital Row. It's always been there and will always be there, next to Toronto's East End. Which is why Toronto's East End is very popular with professionals such as lawyers, management consultants, those in the financial services, government jobs. The neighborhood is home to many artists, musicians, journalists, writers, professors, doctors, social workers. I haven't even mentioned students. Remember, 37% of all jobs are based in the downtown core. And that's now. Wait till you hear what I'm about to tell you. Here's something that you need to understand about the East End. The scale of the East End is not as big or as wide as you think. For starters, the East End that I'm talking about, between Yonge and the DVP, is literally the same distance from Yonge to Bathurst on the west side. So starting from the southwest side, where you have the waterfront, then above that you have the entertainment district, which is King West and Queen West, and then above that you have Kensington and Chinatown, and then you have University District above that. And in the middle, you have the Bay Street corridor. The exact mirror, or if you watch Seinfeld, the bizarro world of the East Side is literally the lower southeast side waterfront, which is Distillery District, St. Lawrence Market, Corktown. Then you have Moss Park and Regent Park, which mirrors Kensington and Chinatown. And then you have St. Jamestown and Cabbagetown, which mirror University District. And you have the Church Yonge corridor, which mirrors Bay Street corridor. That means it's closer for you to get to the downtown core from anywhere on the East End than it is beyond Bathurst on the west side, coming into the downtown core. And by the way, all of those areas on the west side are the most expensive areas in the downtown core. And Toronto's East End will follow pursuit. So why invest in the East End? Number one, new infrastructure. The new Ontario subway line is 16 kilometers, adding 15 stops from the Ontario Science Centre to the Exhibition Place, adding 3 stops to the East End at Queen and Yonge, Moss Park, and Corktown. More transit increases the value in the area by almost 30%. Not only do you have the new Ontario line coming with 3 new stops in the East End, but you're also well connected to Line 1 Yonge subway line, Line 2 the Bloor Danforth subway line, the King Streetcar, the Queen Streetcar, Dundas Streetcar, College Streetcar, direct access to Toronto Path. Also, remember, I said from Yonge Street to the DVP is equivalent to Yonge and Bathurst, which means From Queen and Yonge, you can walk on Queen Street East to the famous Riverside Bridge in 25 minutes. That's the distance measured in time right there. The distance measured in minutes is 25 minutes, the entire East End. By the way, the walk from Bloor Street to the waterfront is a 45-minute walk, which is actually less of a commute than people coming into the city. Number 2, Toronto is the third largest tech hub in North America. So what does that have to do with the East End? Everything. Welcome to Toronto's tech district. It is the tech industry that is transforming Toronto today. The city is literally in the middle of a spectacular boom. Big names like Google, Netflix, Twitter, Uber, Microsoft, Walmart are setting up shop and expanding in Toronto. The BMO Capital Markets said that Toronto already has over 241,000 tech industry jobs. That's what we have, not including what's coming. The CBRE, a real estate consultancy, said that Toronto is the fastest growing market for tech talent in North America. Over 80,000 tech jobs were added in the past 5 years. That's a 54% increase. That's why Toronto is ranked number 3, behind San Francisco and Seattle. We're number 1 for high tech job growth and consistently rank as one of the top cities in North America for tech talent. So where do you think our talent comes from? University of Toronto, Ryerson, George Brown, OCAD. Our post-secondary education has seen some of the highest enrollment in years, over 18% increase. Most graduates want to continue to live in Toronto after graduation. Most employees who work in tech jobs consider north of Bloor to be too far of a commute. Number 3, growth and intensification. Cadillac Fairview has acquired one of the largest land acquisitions here in Canada. This is the largest commercial development in Canada. This is the East Harbourfront revitalization. 38 acres of unique spaces, mixed use of office, retail, institutional developments. It's estimated to employ over 15,000 workers. Plans have not been finalized, but every time they do go into submission, it literally gets bigger and better. So now, what do I have for you? Today I have 4 different pre-construction opportunities selling in the East End right now. So let's break it down. Number 1, Alias Condos by Madison Group. This is an exceptional building coming into the Church corridor. Located on the southwest corner of Church and Richmond. It'll take up the entire edge fronting on Richmond, Church, and Lombard Street. This is a very unique shape coming here. Everything from the ground up, top to bottom, inside out, is literally what sets Alias apart from all other buildings. You should not even be comparing this building to any other pre-construction happening right now. This building comes with true features and finishes. It's a 45-story building, 546 suites, 1 bedroom to 3 bedrooms, ranging from 415 square feet to 1,400 square feet. You can't even find homes this size in this area. Priced from $900,000 to $2.2 million. Find me a 1,400 square foot home in this area with beautiful turnkey features and finishes and panoramic views. Number 2, moving on. Just up the street, you have Tridel and Bazes at the northeast corner, Queen and Church. It's a 57-story building, 445 suites, another high-rise and luxurious building. 9,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenities. Guys, these aren't your typical cookie-cutter buildings. These are luxurious buildings. That's what's coming in the East End. 2 buildings in the Church corridor, literally 4 minutes away from the Queen subway station, the New Ontario line, 6-minute walk to the financial district, or walk to Ryerson, George campus, U of T campuses in 10 minutes. Now, moving on, I have number 3, Celeste Condos. This is something a little bit different for you. Located on the corner of Richmond and George Street, placing you right in the middle of the George Brown campus. Built by Altera and Diamond Corp. They're bringing 40 stories, 516 suites. Suites range from 400 to 900 square feet and priced between 700 and under 1.3 million. So if you're looking for something not too large, this is a great option for you because everything else caters to 2-bedroom suites and larger suite sizes. Let's move on up to number 4, Gerrard and Ontario Street. That's right in between Sherbourne and Parliament. Watch out for this one. This is one of my favorite boutique buildings. 7 stories, 107 units here. The Georgian Condos by Stafford Homes. This is a luxury boutique building. Suite sizes from 614 to just under 1,300 square feet. This is what I love. Remember what I said before, 4 different buildings, 3 of which are classified as luxury buildings. I can attest to that because I know what their packages include. 4 different builders, Madison, Tridel, Altera, Stafford. Did I stutter with those names? This is not for the faintest at heart. You're not shopping here for bang for your buck. You're paying premium and you will get premium in return. Look at the quality of buildings these builders are bringing to the East End. You should be shopping based on your lifestyle. These are end user buildings, family friendly with features and finishes. Now remember, the East End is full of color. You have hard lofts, soft lofts, Victorian condo towns, Georgian mansion condo conversions, mid rises, high rises, and so many different types of unique buildings. Clearly, no one wants to move out of the East End. The average resale condo in the entire Toronto East End sells between 800 to 1.1 million. A detached home sells for minimum 2.2, and that's a home that needs upgrades because the upgrade is going to cost you anywhere between 3 to 5 million. The average townhome and semi sells between 1.6 and 1.8, and that's a home that has a size equivalent to the same as all these pre-construction condos that are currently selling. So if an area is bad, so bad, then it would be fair to say that there would be a high number of turnover in the area, right? Like it's just so chaotic, people need to move out of the neighborhood. But it's actually one of the lowest resale turnovers in all of Toronto. And year after year, the Toronto East End appreciates an average of 11% per year. Remember something, Liberty Village in Toronto's West End is one of the fastest growing areas in all of Toronto. In the past 5 years, the population has doubled, and the area has seen some substantial increases in value year after year. A few years ago, almost 30% in 1 year. That's because of growth and intensification that builders brought into the area. Not bad for an area that was once Toronto's central prison and home to Toronto's industrial area that fell between the 70s and 80s and decreased the property values and created low-income housing. And there you have it, Toronto's East End and why you should be investing in a pre-construction condo today. My name is Doriana with My Condo Source. Feel free to text me, call me, WhatsApp me directly at 647-526-3674. Send me an email at doriana@mycondosource.com for any pre-construction condo that I discussed today or for any other pre-construction condo in Toronto. I'm out.